It started with a number, not a big number, not a headline, just a single figure scrawled in pencil on a government form that no one was supposed to question. Most people never even knew it was there. She was not an astronaut. She had no flight suit, no call sign, no ticker tape parade. On paper, she was a computer. That was the actual job title. Computer. Human computers. Women hired to calculate what the machines could not yet be trusted to do. Dozens of them. Filed away in a segregated office in the back of a government building in Virginia. Told to use a separate bathroom. Told to eat at a separate table. Told essentially to disappear. And most of them did. From the official record, at least. But one of them didn't. She was the kind of woman who asked questions in rooms where women weren't supposed to speak. She walked into meetings she hadn't been invited to, not out of defiance, out of logic. Someone had to know the answer. It might as well be her. She had a gift that even the engineers with their degrees and their institutional prestige struggled to match. She understood orbital mechanics the way some people understand music. Intuitively. Completely. As though the numbers weren't abstract at all, just a language she happened to speak fluently. In the late 1950s, the United States was losing the space race. The Soviet Union had already launched Sputnik, already put a living creature in orbit, already done the thing the Americans kept insisting they would do first. The pressure inside the agencies that would eventually become NASA was not pressure. It was panic, dressed in very press suits, and into that panic walked the woman with the notebook. She calculated the trajectory for the first American in space. Alan Shepard's 15-minute suborbital flight in 1961. The math that kept him alive. Her name was not on the press release. Then came John Glenn. Glenn was to be the first American to orbit the Earth. The stakes were incalculable. The margin for error was smaller than the word margin suggests. One wrong number, and the capsule would burn up on re-entry. One wrong number, and the most watched man in America would simply cease. The engineers had run the calculations through the new electronic computers. Enormous machines. IBM, state of the art. But Glenn didn't trust them. This is the detail most people skip over. Glenn, the hero, the Marine, the man with ice in his veins, was frightened of the machines. Not irrationally. These were early systems, prone to error, prone to failure in ways no one fully understood yet. So before he would agree to get in the capsule, he made one request. He asked for her, specifically, by name. A request so unusual it confused the people who received it. He told them, "Get the girl to check the numbers. If she says they're right, then I'll go." She was given the IBM printouts, pages and pages of trajectory data. She went through every calculation by hand, every single figure, using only pencil, paper, and a method of spherical geometry that she had refined over years of near invisible work. It took her a day and a half. When she was done, she said the numbers were good. Glenn flew. He orbited the Earth 3 times. He splashed down safely. He came home to a parade. She was not in the parade. She went back to her desk. For decades, the story of that request, that one astronaut's quiet insistence on a woman in a back office checking the math that would keep him alive, was not taught in schools, not included in the official histories, not in the documentaries, not in the commemorations, not in the museums. The woman with the notebook remained a footnote until she wasn't. Her name was Katherine Johnson. She worked at NASA for 33 years. She calculated trajectories for the Apollo missions, for the space shuttle, for the Mars missions that were still being planned long after she retired. In 2015, she received the Presidential Medal of Freedom. She was 96 years old. In 2016, a building at NASA's Langley Research Center was named after her. The woman who had once been told to use a different bathroom had a building. And the hidden detail, the one that rewires everything, is this. John Glenn orbited the Earth on February 20th, 1962. The mission is remembered as a triumph of American engineering, American courage, American ingenuity. But the man who made the flight couldn't bring himself to trust the machines alone. He trusted her, a black woman in a segregated office doing math on paper in a building where she wasn't supposed to exist at all. Was the reason he got in the capsule. Not a footnote, not a computer. The architect. Did you guess it? Did you catch who it was? And how one hidden detail can change everything? If you caught it, stay with us for the next file. The archives are never truly empty. Now you know the hidden detail. I'm Ada Vale. Good night.